Well, Luke, what are you sort of feeling in the market at the moment on your side?
Like I think we've spoken about previously, I think the market is more of a normal market than the last 9 months. But there has been discussions around correlation between the market being similar to either GFC times or COVID. I think the difference now at the moment is that there's no real pressure on sellers to sell. During GFC times, there was pressure on sellers to actually sell. Here it is very much just people buying and selling in a normal market. I'm not speaking to a single seller that's under any sort of pressure. And there's also buyers out in the market. And that was the difference during COVID, is that there may have been sellers, but there wasn't as many buyers in the market as well. The difference during COVID times that interest rates were at 1 or 2%, and now interest rates are at 6%, and we've still got active buying. So I think that the market is, again, normal. It's not as bad as either of those sort of big events in our history that we remember. So for me, it's just about getting back to the normal, forgetting about the last 9 months and thinking that's what a normal market is. That's an abnormal market. There's opportunities for sellers to sell and buyers to buy. And like I said, I'm not talking to a single seller that is selling because they need to. They're upsizing, they're downsizing, they're relocating, the normal things that goes through someone's life cycle. So for me, we're sort of excited over the next 12 months because I think there's value that we can add to the transaction to make sure that we get great sale prices for our clients. I think over the last 9 months, there's been a lot of agents that just opened the door and sold a property. Now there's some negotiation to be had, some value to be had.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think like the big difference sort of where we are now versus 12, 18 months ago, we've been riding this wave where there's been very limited amount of properties coming onto the market. A lot of people naturally looking, like we've still got everyone looking. It's just there's more properties available at the moment. So exactly that, it's just more normalized. We're a balanced market. It's like any basic economics, right? It's supply and demand. Right now, it's quite leveled out. So we still have the buyers, but I think now more than ever, it comes down to that buyer relationship and how you actually manage that process. And for the past 12, 18 months, exactly like you said, any agent, as an owner yourself, you can put the ad up on realestate.com, put a doorstop in the door, have it open, people will wander through and make an offer. Now it's a bit more, involved on the agent side, and you're actually needing to drive traffic there, not just relying on the platform. So I think as a large business with a lot of market share like we do have, we've got a huge leverage on everyone else, just having that buyer database that we do have.
But also I think where you do have a team where you can manage buyers and have that depth of conversation where, again, if you just had an open home taking numbers, you're a glorified audit taker. Where here we're actually managing buyers. We're talking to buyers over 3-6 months sometimes to be able to get them to ready to buy, and being able to have that trust that when they are negotiating, that you know exactly where they stand. And when you build the trust with this buyer, then you've got better opportunity to negotiate for your seller. So I think that's really important, and that's sort of the difference that we have in our market.